Hi, Jess Richardson here. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about the weight loss that I have experienced. I'm almost halfway. I have lost today 61.8 pounds. I started at 276 pounds about 18 months ago after I had my fifth child and didn't really try much until last summer. Gained a little bit of momentum, lost about 20 pounds, and then just lost my momentum. And then I started again the beginning of this year. And it makes me crazy. I started December 30th. It was not a New Year's resolution. I wasn't trying to start something new. I just happened to be really ready to do something new, and it just so happened to be the beginning of the year. So, since this year started, I've lost an additional 45 pounds-ish. So, I feel like I'm doing pretty good, but really, it's a mind thing. I'm not doing a program. Sometimes I count calories, sometimes I don't. But I always try to stay between 1,800 and 2,000 calories a day. Up until about 2 to 3 weeks ago, I hadn't exercised at all. And I just decided that I really needed to get out and walk and do the things that I knew I needed to do. And I'm going to throw in some clips right now from my walk earlier, and that'll explain a lot of my mindset.
I absolutely hate that feeling of laying in bed at night, wishing I had just done that day what I had every intention of doing when I woke up that morning. That feeling of laying in bed right before you go to sleep, being disappointed. And for so many years I had those feelings. Feeling disappointed that I ate the Oreos, or I made another meal for my family, out of a box, or ate more processed food, or I didn't exercise. And just that continual guilt of wishing I had or hadn't done something that I had done. And then what I'm loving now is the realization that if I just actually do what I've told myself I need to do, when I lay in bed that night, I feel great. I'm so confident. I feel like everything in me was right. So I hit this wall a few weeks ago, and it wasn't anything that I created. I think it was something that Facebook created, where I was so frustrated because every morning I would get on Facebook and someone else, either that I knew or didn't know really well, was diagnosed with cancer. And I'm like, what is going on? These are young people, from 22-year-olds to 33-year-olds to 40-year-olds. These are young people that should never be dealing with cancer. What's going on? Why is everybody around me getting so sick? Then when I would open up the newspaper, I would see that there was so many other people that are getting sick. And you just read the obituaries, and all these young people are dying. And we're not supposed to die this young. And then I would think about my own mom, who, Christmas Eve of 2009 was diagnosed with leukemia, and she died 13 days later. She wasn't on a single medication, totally healthy. And she's just gone. And then I think about my life and my body and my children. And I want to be the one to raise my kids. I want to take care of them. What am I going to do to make it to where I'm not the one getting cancer? I want to help all my friends. And my heart breaks for them. But I think that we need to each of us, take ownership of our own lives and really work hard to prevent this or cure this, because cancer really is curable. Because what we put into our body really does affect the nature, the chemistry of our body. My heart is just so burdened. And I guess this was the catalyst. This was the thing that made me decide that I needed to change my eating, my life, because I want to stay alive for my kids. I have to finish losing this weight. I have to be healthy. And I have to pay attention to what I put in, because if not, I'm going to be like the millions of other Americans who are dying of cancer, heart disease, obesity, stroke, diabetes, and that's not who I want to be. I have to stay alive for my family, and I don't want to be facing it before I decide to change. If you are facing any of those diseases, there are some amazing websites out there that can help you turn around and reverse all of the diseases completely naturally. I know it seems crazy. I know it's not what the standard medical arena, it's not what the doctors say, but it's totally possible. I've seen it done time and time again in people that I know, real people, not just someone writing testimonials in India. I've seen it work. So if you're facing heart disease, diabetes, multiple strokes, cancer, anything, just start Googling, start researching raw foods diets, whole foods diets, healing cancer naturally. You will find a wealth of information. There is always, always, always hope. But don't stop fighting. You have to make this decision for you today. Don't keep putting it off. Don't keep saying, I wish, I should, maybe someday. Just do it today. And when you go to bed tonight, go to bed with the confidence that you did what was right. That you did the right thing all day. And then you wake up the next morning and you do it again. And you go to bed feeling great again, and over and over and over. And then you get to this point where you wonder how you ever forced yourself to lay down after doing the wrong thing all day. How could I have ever have been there? And it doesn't take very long. It's only been a few weeks for me, and I've been around this before. But it's funny how the things in life sometimes pull you back. Like when Mom died, it threw me for a loop, and I just stopped. But I can't let anything just stop me anymore. I have to keep going. And I want to invite you to go with me.
So now hopefully you understand a little bit of why this change was so dramatic for me. Why I knew I had to do something and change something really, really significant. So I had been bouncing around since about April, May, somewhere in there, between like 215 and 217. And just kind of hanging out, maintaining my weight, not really doing anything good, but not binging either. So maintaining is really good when you've, lost some weight and you just know you need to take a break. I was also running up against some considerable triggers from my past and the almost 4 years that I spent in the sex industry, which will have to be a whole nother video series that we'll talk about later, about how weight loss really is in the mind and the body, not just in the body. I just want to thank you for allowing me to share in this journey. It has been really hard and really emotional for me to get to the point where I was able to even tell people that I was losing weight, which sounds funny. Normally you're really excited, but again, so much of my weight loss has really been about a heart issue rather than just a body issue. So thank you, and don't forget to like or comment or subscribe or something, whatever you do, whatever platform you're on, just don't forget to share this video with your friends. Thank you so much and have a great day.